Hallelujah, how's it going, guys? My name is Blessious, and I'm sorry, we're using the camera straight from 2007 because my actual camera kind of died, but rest in peace, dude. But today I want to talk to you about Anthem. It's a game that, well, a lot of people have been covering, a lot of people have putting some mixed reviews, mostly you see negative on YouTube. I kind of want to address everything because recently there was a day one patch that just came out a couple days before, well, it released officially today. Anthem is out on all platforms and you can get on PS4, Xbox One, and PC. And sadly, it's not on Nintendo Switch, man. I mean, come on, man. You gonna do your boy Reggie Fils-Aimé like that? But I get asked a lot, Bless, Anthem, is it a buy or no? Or is it like, hey, I've been watching this game for a long time, is it worth a buy? Hey, I had bugs in the demo, are the bugs fixed? I plan to answer everything now. There are a lot of reviews. IGN gave Anthem a 6.5. Skill Up, I love his reviews, I love his videos. He absolutely decimated and damned Anthem. And I kind of want to go in and give you an honest, what I think as someone that enjoys games like Diablo, World of Warcraft, Destiny, what I think about the game. First off, we're going to talk about the day one patch that went out. It is a huge hulking beast of a patch note file, and it does fix some things. And I think the one thing that a lot of people complain about is, well, load screens. Here is actually the entire patch notes of everything that was changed inside the game of Anthem. And yes, it is definitely a thick boy file. And the one thing that you would have to know is, technically, yes, load times are decreased for quote-unquote older disk drives. Does that mean HDDs? Does that mean just like older stuff for your Windows 95 AOL? I don't know. Fixed many infinite loading screens, fixed number of changes not tracking properly, yada yada yada. There are a ton of things that are gone through and changed in game. I think the one thing that I can tell you first of, yes, loading screens are still long, but they're definitely not as long as, well, you're used to. Bug fix or change. There's some things that are bugs in the game that are still in there, like having your ultimate looking like it's almost always ready when you start activities. That is a bug that kind of frustrates me at the start of any kind of activity, but I guess it's not that bad of a thing. And there's also changes to things like Colossus being able to use his shield when resurrecting teammates. The biggest thing is it did introduce a couple new menus that were redesigned to be more aesthetically pleasing to the eye and easier to navigate, which was a welcome update, and I definitely didn't expect that. But there's a lot of things that are going around. I will say this, and this is not a call out, this is not anything bad. I watched Skill Up's review, and I highly suggest you watch a lot of content creators that you trust for opinion about this game. I watched Skill Up's review of this game, and he kind of damned the abilities of the game. He said that there should be more cooldowns. This game, if Destiny is shooting guns and weapons in that game feels great. That's what makes Destiny feel good. That's what makes Halo feel good. This game, abilities, that's what makes this game feels good. At least that's what makes it fun to me. And so if you're a fan of just like trying to combo things and, well, overall shooting and looting, this game might be for you. But if you're looking for a story that is just out of this world, that's next level to Mass Effect or Dragon Age, I've got to be honest, it is not the game for you. If you're looking for player versus player action, this game is not for you. There's no PvP in this, and this is an official word, but there's probably not going to be whatsoever. And I'm just being point blank for you. It's that stuff won't be for you. This game is only for the people that like games like Diablo, Destiny, World of Warcraft, the guys that just strictly do PvP and want to go through and min-max and go in and get the best builds that they can and get these gears. Because in games like Destiny, you have abilities and then you have weapons and gear. And the weapons and gear are all intertwined. But this game, you actually get abilities that like you might get a legendary ability or a masterwork ability that gives you like 2,000% increased damage to something. and you can really min-max and go through and just try to tackle harder and harder difficulties. We're going to go into endgame. Right now, endgame is strictly going through Grandmaster 1. There's 3 Grandmasters, and it goes easy, normal, hard, GM1, GM2, GM3, and there's no point to go through any of the other ones currently. Again, this is just technical day 1, March or February 22nd. There's no real point to go into GM2 or GM3 just because it takes so long to get through. You might have increased chances of getting stuff, but it's just too hard. So you go through GM1, which if you're over beating the game with something, you can easily enter. Again, I just got to be honest with you. Is Anthem saved? That is something that I get a lot, and will probably be the video title. And I will say this game is amazing for people that like shooter looters. If you like the grind, yes. This game is also great for games like Destiny, Borderlands, Division. There needs to be competition, and obviously a lot of people like Destiny. And Destiny created, or you can argue Borderlands, but Destiny created this thing where you can go and play with people and have this experience with raids, have like a more casual MMO experience, but with shooters. And obviously there is a genre that was created with that, and Anthem kind of tapped into that, and Division kind of tapped into that, and I think it's the best thing ever to have that competition. And also it's great for the consumer because, say Destiny comes out with this update, right? You go through, you play it, and there's always going to be the wind down cycle of it before anything new comes out. When the wind down cycle comes out, Anthem comes out with a new update. You go, you play that, you enjoy that. There's a wind down cycle. Division comes out with something. You go, you play. There's a wind down cycle. And hey, look, Destiny has something new. That is great for the consumer, but also hopefully it makes Bungie work their ass off. It makes BioWare work their ass off. And it makes Ubisoft work their butts off to create the best content that makes you want to stay on that game. Also, there's a lot of people that can't afford all these kind of games. And I totally understand that. If I wasn't creating content, I'm a dude that enjoys gaming in general, and I've always invested into my hobby, and my hobby is gaming. Even before I created videos, I bought games. Usually when new games came out, I would buy them, and I wouldn't have a problem if I was a consumer buying Anthem, but I know there's a lot of people that $60 is a lot for games, and I would say if shooting looting has your attention, but you're just not sure, just wait. Honestly, just wait to see what's coming in the future. The one thing that I will say is that Bungie takes a long time to update their games. That has been no secret. I can't really talk about Division because in Division I was always kind of absent, because when Division 1 came out I was moving and my furniture got lost in the move, and I just my friends just out-leveled me during the whole fiesta of furniture loss. So I didn't really enjoy Division 1 just because of the fact, and I didn't really play as much as I wanted to. But I will say within a week BioWare did launch a huge ass update with a lot of changes and a lot of fixes, and I'm sure a lot of that was worked on before the game was even, you know, early launched on PC and Xbox One with Origin Access and Premiere. But it goes to show that they do care, and I know it has a big stigma and it's easy to hate EA, but I think BioWare does care about this game and it does want it to succeed. And you can say, hey, BioWare launched the game early, yada yada yada. It's hard to really be fair, and this is when you're gonna be like, EA shill. But seriously, like, it's hard to be fair with the game because when Destiny 1 came out, it was not perfect. I know that it was breaking the mold of what is a shooter looter MMO with PvP and all that stuff. I know you can say, well, Borderlands did it, but you know, Destiny was unique at the time. It was literally World of Warcraft, the shooter, right? And so you can't really compare a game that had, you know, so many expansions and then a sequel that has expansions and a season pass to it. I mean, there's a lot of content in those two games, and this is a brand new game, a brand new IP that is doing something new with different power fantasies with javelins, and a different thing that isn't so much of a World of Warcraft meets Halo. It's more of like a, I don't know, a mech version of Diablo over the shoulder shooter, in all honesty. And there's hit and there's misses, and sometimes I guess they didn't hit, huh? But yo, shout out in the comments if you got that. But the coolest thing about Anthem is probably because it's supposed to be free updates for life, and monetization wise, I don't see a reason to ever buy currency in that game, because you get currency so easy in that game. It is silly, which is a good thing. And I think EA and BioWare was hyper sensitive building this game about what was going on with Star Wars Battlefront, and also seeing the rise of Fortnite going on. And so I don't think they're going to have anything shady with monetization in there. And I will also say this, there's only 2 cool skins in the game. The one that you start out with every class, Colossus, Interceptor, Ranger, and Storm. All the basic skins look cool, and all the Legion of Dawn pre-order stuff or whatever, that's like the coolest armor in the game. All the other stuff that you can get in the game doesn't look as cool as the other guys. And supposedly there's going to be these chests that you can get in strongholds, etc., that have like these cool vanity items. I don't really know anything about that, but customization is kind of limited right now, besides colors and then using different patterns or metals or like, leathers. There's a lot of customization there, but not too many, well, actual armor pieces. And the final thing I will talk about is endgame. Endgame right now consists of trying to get your power level up. It's the same thing as in Destiny. It's the same thing as World of Warcraft. It's the same thing about Diablo. You're going through multiple times, doing strongholds, doing free play, doing all this stuff, trying to hope that you get all the gear that you need. You'll start, when you beat the game, trying to get all epicked out. Then you'll try to get all masterworked out. And hopefully you get a legendary, which will boost your rank. But right now, we don't know what the true end game is. You see Division 2, they just put out a video about, this is the end game. We have raids, we have Dark Zone, we have this. Destiny has raids, Crucible, Gambit, this. This game, literally, they are not being too specific on what the true end game is. I don't know the red tape. I don't know why they do it. I really think they should be a little forward about it. But currently, it's 3 strongholds and legendary contracts. But in the future, there are these things called cataclysms coming, and I wish they were a little bit more honest about them. The rumor that's going around is that these things are going to be like loot runs or rifts from Diablo, where it's going to be part of the world, and these hardcore raid-esque bosses or mobs are going to spawn. They're going to keep spawning, keep getting harder, keep getting harder, keep getting harder, but as you progress, you get better and better and better loot. That'd be the dream. That'd be cool. That'd be amazing. And it'd be the guy that chases the best builds freaking dream, but we don't know if that's going to be the thing or not. So for right now, if you are looking for, is an Anthem saved, should I buy Anthem? I would suggest Anthem to those that like shooter looters. If you like shooter looters and you can grind, this is a game for you. No doubt. If you can afford it, do it. Should you buy this or Division 2? I can't answer that. Should you buy this or Destiny 2 Forsaken? Forsaken was amazing. The season pass I can't really speak for. Listen, I can tell you Forsaken was amazing. I didn't really play the crap out of Division 1. But this story did have a lot of story to it compared to those 2 games. But it's no Mass Effect or Dragon Age. But if you can afford, and if you have the itch for a shooter looter that you can put down every now and then to be the filler between games, I would suggest it for you. 1000%. If you like shooter looters, again, this is for you. But if none of that stuff interests you, this isn't no. This is just a no. This is a game for people that want another Diablo itch. Like, I'm pretty sure that the developers just want to make Diablo the shooter looter, and that's cool, but that isn't everyone's thing. And so that is my honest opinion. Would I play it? I'm the kind of guy that gets a little, I'll grind, and then I need a break. And so for me, like literally yesterday I played about 9 hours straight of the game, and then I played about 4 hours today, and I was like, whoo, I did a bunch of grind. I got my power level up a lot. I just want to kind of unwind and play some Apex Legends. and I just played Apex Legends for some PvP, and then I was like, I'm good for the night. Do I want to play Anthem again? I'm down to grind, but again, it's not something that I can go. But that is just me. Like, I'm the kind of guy that just can't raid in Destiny, can't just raid in World of Warcraft. I like a little PvP on the side, and so that's why I would personally kind of break away after so much grinding. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. This is my honest to God, no shillery, just honest impressions about the game. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope that you can understand everything about Anthem from this. And again, I cannot stress out, this is not a Mass Effect. This is not a Dragon Age. This is no SWTOR. This is a shooter looter. And if you don't like shooter looters, this is not for you. 1000%. If you do, you'll probably enjoy it. If not, stay away. Anyway, I love you. I appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like, and you can become a holy taco just by hitting that subscribe button and ring the bell too. By the way, I stream daily on twitch.tv/Blessious, and I hope you have a freaking amazing one. Anyway, peace.